from light peering into the darkness. Soil, dirt. Minerals attract light. They hold light. We use them as magnets, minerals. And as those mini-real things absorb light into their dark nature, their positive nature, sucking light into them, they take from inanimate minerals and move into seed, which is a colored living pod. And that seed colored living pod moves into positive ground, a grounded thing. The light, the electric, the energy is hitting that positive ground. And that seed, that is green, livingness in a pod, absorbs all that grounded electric sunlight, absorbs it into the seed and moves it into the second density, which is now conscious mineral energy, just raw conscious mineral energy into a plant, which now in its most minute way starts moving towards the light, like the green sprout out of the seed, which is the ground reaching up to the sun through that seed. So there, when animals chew on that plant, that is its minimal form of reaching up from the grounded energy of light through that green seed, the green seed is happy to be escorted by an animal, because now that light that was trapped in the ground, that is now limitedly moving in that green plant, is now able to move within your body. So what you want to do is you either want to put it in your body and move with it, or chew it really well. Get it really mixed with water, because water is neutral and positive and negative, all those things. It can be whatever you want it to be. So that minimally moving green seed from the positive charged ground with that electric sunlight, has now been moved into an animal. So when that animal is using nothing but raw sunlight, water, and plant, it's getting all that friction, releasing more energy from the ground. And if that person is staying grounded with that plant, using more seeds, more energy, more pods, reaching for more fresh energy, trying to grow. Think they're trying to grow. They're always trying to grow. But now, if it gets eaten by an animal, which is a third density being, which can think on its own, it moves into a place where now it is conscious and thinking and moving and reacting and responding and being primal and being spontaneous and being playful and being those little things that we take for granted. All those things on a minute cellular level, just like that plant from each individual seed, is just simply growing towards the sun with its grounded light of electricity growing back towards the sun. But now you eat that plant and you have your own thoughts and your own intentions and your own introductions of waters and different materials and chemicals into your body. Those all have thought. You also have thought that reacts to those patterns of vibrational things you put in you. So let's not go too far into that, and let's just say to the animal. The animal is on a cellular level. Let's say each cell is a seed of its own, a seed of thought growing towards the light that is up there, and you're walking on the ground. And all those individual seeds of thought now have introduced thought of movement, not just towards the sun, but towards thoughts of a being that they were part of. And now that being that they were part of is in you, frantically running around in your body by piece, little cellular piece by piece, when it's digesting in your stomach. And it's the friction that you can cook it really hot. Why do you think we cook it really hot? To kill off its bacteria. Its bacteria is just its little living pieces that are remembering that it's not just a plant growing towards the sunlight. It's not just a grounded energy from the soil. now compounded into a seed and growing up towards the light. Now it's that eaten by an animal and eaten by another animal or a human being. A human being is a conscious, we are, whether people like to admit it or not, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth density beings. We are all that at one. We just don't unlock it. We choose to eat the food we eat, and we stay third density because we just eat dense food that is made up of little cellular pieces of, let's say, seed pods of cells in those animals. Each little piece, you know that one little seed one little seed can make a garden. Okay, and especially in a couple of years. Let's just say one little seed. You ever see how small a seed is, and you're like, how the hell did this big ass plant come to a little tiny seed? But on the outside of a strawberry, plant that and watch what happens. A big strawberry comes from the little tiny seeds on the outside of it. One of them can grow, but you take a whole bunch and you do whatever you do to grow. But still, seeds produce amazing stuff because they are just raw energy, grounded in the ground, the dark matter, and the sunlight. Just like everything else, it says to stay grounded when you do electricity. Why is that? Because it works together well. And with that water in your system, the proper chewing, the proper thinking, and the proper motion of your body is exactly how you will do the healthiest things for your body. Water, plants, and activity. Whatever anyone else says, nothing that has ever been alive that has any cellular thought other than plant thought, plant energy, sunlight energy, water energy. Those things will easily help your body grow the way you want them to, especially if they're harvested, grown, and sown in places that are peaceful and loving. If you grow them and you put thought, love, compassion, effort, your oneness, your wholeness into them, and then you eat them, they are you. They are always you. Whatever you eat is you. But eating animals, I'm just trying to tell you in a more in-depth way how it works. It really works this way. It really works this way. First, it's the air and the sunlight. Then it's the minerals and the plants, along with the water all the time, because you're mostly water anyway, and we all know that. But it's the thoughts, the air, the plants, the water. Don't eat animals. They're eating you. When you put them in your body, they eat away at you. They literally do. Just picture it on a small micro level of seeds that are living little tiny pieces, just like a little seed is a little tiny tree. A little tiny bite of cow is cow running around in your body and then being eaten by little things in your body, bacteria that are trying to eat that living thing that doesn't want to cooperate because it's got its own thought process in its own tiny cellular way, and it works that way. Other people don't say it in more complex ways because they think really hard to try to figure out what's going on. But I've seen it. I've been it on every minute level and every macro level. So I'm not trying to harm anybody. I'm only trying to help people, the world, everything. So even the ones who think they're doing well and just going eating burgers and don't think anything about it, like, I'll die slow so I can't tell. But you're dying, man. Every time you eat something that's meat, your mind does transmute, but your cells don't as well because you're not spending the time that you need to do that. And the people who would take the time to do that with their mind wouldn't eat meat because they'd feel it in them the way that it really is. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. So till next time, peace.